Hello and welcome to this gentle yoga flow. This is an all levels practice intended for those days when you want a slower, more gentle style of yoga practice. It's going to be very easy on the body and there will be some modifications so that you can take different options when you need to. When you're ready, we'll begin in child's pose. So for those with sensitive knees, you may want to place something under the knees or maybe roll up a blanket behind the knees so that the knees don't bend too much. Option to keep your knees together or to open them wide. Then walk the hands forwards and lower down. And we'll take the first few breaths here just to completely relax into the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And as you exhale, feel your body let go. A few more breaths like this. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale. And exhale. Reach the arms as far forwards as you can so that you start to feel a stretch down the left and right side of your body. Reaching all the way through to your fingertips. Then come up into tabletop. Hands and knees position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll start by moving through a figure of 8, just like you're drawing the number 8 with your body to warm up the wrists. You can go a few times leading in one direction. And then reverse your figure of 8 to draw it backwards. Come back through center. On your inhale, dip the belly and arch the spine. Look up or forwards. Exhale, round the back. Push the floor away and bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, arching the back, coming into cow pose. Exhale, rounding the spine, coming into cat. Move through this a few more times at the pace of your breath. And then come back to a neutral spine. Open the right knee out to the side and start to circle the leg away from you. And then draw it back in. A few more times, circling the leg away. You can be very generous here with your circles, drawing them as big as is accessible. The next time the knee opens out to the side, bring your knee forwards and you can heel toe your foot in between your hands. And you may need to lift your hands to create space to heel toe the foot in between. Then reaching your arms up, inhale, come to low lunge. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms open to the sky. And with your exhale, draw your arms back to encourage the chest to open. You could keep a slight bend in the arms here to make this more accessible. Option to keep the hips stacked over the back knee, or you could let your hips sink forwards. If the hips have gone forwards, pick them back up and lower your hands to the inside of the right leg and edge the right foot to the right side to create space in lizard. Again, you could sink your hips forwards if it's accessible. There's also the option to bend the arms and lower down towards the forearms here. Deepen your breath, especially if the posture is feeling quite challenging, maybe even frustrating. Then lift the chest if you lower down and edge your right foot back into tabletop. Same sequence on the left side. Open the knee out and circle the leg away from you, and then draw the knee back in through center. A few more times, being as generous as you can to really warm through the hips. The next time the knee opens out to the side, bring the knee forwards and heel toe the foot in between your hands. Lift your hands to make more space. Reach your arms up, inhale, low lunge. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms open. And as you exhale, draw your arms back to open the chest even more. Option to keep the hips in line with the back knee, or you could sink your hips forwards. Lift the hips if you sent them forwards. Lower the hands to the inside of the left leg and edge the left foot to the left side to create space for lizard. Option to sink the hips forwards here again. And if there's space, you could bend the arms lower down to the forearms for lizard pose. And just noticing what comes up here. Coming back to your breath to help you remain present. Lift the chest and edge the left leg back into tabletop. Tucking the toes, slowly lift the knees, lift the hips, and push back to downward dog. You could keep both knees bent. You can keep both heels off the mat here. There's no pressure for it to be perfect. Hold for a full breath in. Exhale out. Then look forwards and take baby steps, walking your feet to your hands. Keep a bend in your knees when you find your forward fold. Then bring the left hand in front of you. Reach the right arm up to twist open. Inhale here. As you exhale, wrap the right arm behind your back, and you may find this makes it easier for you to roll your shoulder back and open your chest. Pause, a few more breaths here. Release the twist, lower the right hand in front of you. Inhale to reach the left arm up, twist open. As you exhale, wrap the arm behind the back, roll the shoulder back. Find your breath. Release the twist and fold all the way forwards, either keeping both knees bent, or perhaps you could straighten the legs, maybe even holding on to the backs of the ankles to draw yourself in deeper. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Step back to tabletop. Then slide the right knee forwards so it comes behind the right wrist, and open the foot out to the left side. Then edge your back leg down the mat to come into pigeon pose. If you're needing more support here, you could place something underneath the right side of the thigh or the buttocks and something in front of the left thigh too. Then walk the hands forwards, lower yourself into position. You could make a pillow with the forearms to rest the head in. Lift yourself back up and sit over on the right side so that you can turn your body around to face the side of your mat. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Place the left hand on the inside of the leg and reach your right arm up and over as you bend to the left. If your head is needing more support here, you could create a cradle with the left hand to rest the head in. There's also the option to wrap the right arm behind the back. Then coming back to your breath as we pause here. Slowly lift yourself back up. Turn to face the front of your mat and come back into tabletop. Then slide the left knee forwards so it comes behind the left wrist. Open the foot out to the side, to the right side that is. And edge your back leg down the mat, coming into pigeon. Create supports behind and in front of you if needed. Then walk the hands forwards and settle in. Resting the head on the forearms. Sit back up. Sit over on the left side so that you can turn your body to face the side of your mat. Then bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg, right hand to the inside of the leg. Reach the left arm up and over as you bend to the right. Option 2, support the head with the right hand. And you could also wrap the left arm behind the back to come into a bind. Slowly lift yourself back up. Extend both legs in front of you and come and lie down on your back. Then hug the knees into the chest and take a gentle rock from side to side. There's also the option to open the arms into a T shape and let your legs fall from side to side in a controlled twist. Just going really slow through this movement as the knees go over to the left and then over to the right. Come back through center with the legs. And relax your arms by your side, straighten the legs, come into shavasana. It's beginning to slow down the breath even more now. Now I know we're all on different schedules, so I'll be ending the class here, and I'll leave the video running a little bit longer for those that would like to stay in shavasana for a while. Thank you for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you next time.